Hey, it's Meredith and you're watching the next installment of my YouTube playbook for bloggers. Now, this particular video is for more than just bloggers. So if you like learning how to figure out video and YouTube, then hit that subscribe button and let's do this. In episode number 11 of the Video Pursuit podcast, I cover 5 tools that I use for my YouTube keyword research. So I use them to brainstorm and then fine tune my video topic ideas for YouTube. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I use those 5 tools to do exactly that. My goal here is to help ensure that I get as many views as possible on my videos. So I need views from more than just my subscribers. I wanna show up in the search results and in the recommended videos as well. So doing keyword research for YouTube videos is relatively simple. The concept is pretty simple. You want to create videos on topics that people are searching for, but that maybe don't have a lot of competition for. So it's really the name of the game with these first few steps that I do here with these 5 tools. So I'm gonna jump onto my computer, show you what I do, show you the tools that I use to do them, and yeah, let's jump onto my computer. Okay, so I'm gonna open up my browser here. The first tool that I wanna show you, and this is an absolute must for YouTubers in my opinion, is called TubeBuddy. And I've talked about this before, and if you've ever watched any videos on anything to do with YouTube, you've probably heard of TubeBuddy before. And there's different levels of membership, but there is a free version, which is really pretty fantastic, to be honest with you. What I like to do though is I come here once you have TubeBuddy installed, and I'll put a link in the description below, or you can go to vidpromom.com/TubeBuddy. That's an affiliate link, but you can sign up for the free account. And then once you are all logged in and have it installed in your browser, you can come up here to the top of YouTube and there's a little menu. You hit Tag Explorer, and let's just pretend I'm going to be researching some topics about maybe some Premiere Pro tutorials. So I'm just going to type in Premiere Pro and hit Explore. Now I have the paid version, so this is going to give me a little bit more information, but basically the free version gives you these top 3. So you can just ignore the stuff from down here. It gives you the top 3 most used tags that are associated with that term. But what you really want to look for is down here on the bottom right, you get this keyword score. And this tells you a lot of really valuable information. In this case, it tells me that my search volume for the term Premiere Pro is really, really high. And it also tells me that the competition for that search term is also really, really high. And it gives me an overall rating of very bad, 9 out of 100. So I'm not going to create a video and title it Premiere Pro. I'm not going to create a video all about just Premiere Pro. I need something a little more niched down. So I might say like Premiere Pro tutorial, which is still going to be probably very broad. Let's see what it gives us. So search volume is a little bit lower, but it's still really high. Competition is a little bit lower, but still really high, right? So this gives you an idea. What you want to do is you want to, when you're thinking of your video topics, put them into the Tag Explorer and find ones that are a higher volume of the search volume and a lower number for the competition. All right, so I'm going to just save this window here. I want to move on to the next thing. We'll come back to it. So the next tool is just YouTube itself. So when you start typing into the search bar, you can see all of these predictive search terms, right? So YouTube is giving you suggestions for what it thinks you might be searching for, just to save you a little bit of time. But as a YouTuber, it also gives you some ideas of what other searchers are typically searching for. So you can see here, all I did was type in PREM and it's suggesting Premiere Pro transitions, color grading, text effects, Premiere Pro CC 2018, Premiere Pro Tutorial 2017, right? So this basically gives me a little bit of insight into the mind of people who are searching YouTube for things to do with Premiere Pro. So let's just say, let's just type in this. So Premiere Pro CC 2018. So I clicked on that. Now if I just hit the spacebar again, it gives me even more suggestions. Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial, effects, transitions, title, text, right? So we could keep going until we niche it down so far that YouTube is like out of suggestions. So now I have Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial for beginners, effects in Hindi, Mac, transitions. If we go even further, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end. So I could take this. Now, one of the things that you could also do is just take a look at these first few videos and see if there's a lot of views. So we have 413,000, 44,000, 37,000, 131. All right, so we have Learn Premiere Pro in 20 minutes, 2.7 million views. So we know people are searching for this and they are watching videos about Premiere Pro because they have a lot of views. Right now, they're probably going to have a lot of competition too. And TubeBuddy actually tells us that over here, but look at this number, right? So this is telling me that Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial for beginners, search volume is right here in the middle, which is still, that's a really good spot for search volume, and competition is a little bit lower than the search volume. So I might save this this title idea or this topic idea so that I could come back to it and research it a little bit more later. But I'm going to come back to my other tab. I'm going to open up this Tag Explorer again and just take a look at things over here. It should give me the same number. Yes, it did. So it gave me the same exact score. And I could actually use this to go and look. This is, TubeBuddy is telling me this is the top ranked video for this exact search term, which it is over here, right? Same one, Learn Premiere Pro in 30 minutes. Right? Same exact video. So I could click on this and then still continue to utilize the TubeBuddy software to, over here, it will give me some of the tags, will give me some of this kind of videolytics information, it calls it. But what I like to do is look at these tags and you can hit show search rankings. And I'm almost positive this is available in the free version. But this tells me that this video is showing up in position number 2 for the term Premiere Pro tutorial. So I can kind of get inside the mind of this exact video and see what kind of words and terms they're using to try and optimize for Premiere Pro tutorial. It looks like they are trying to rank for the term Premiere Pro tutorial because they have it here in the title, they have it here in the description, they have it in their tag, they have it as their very first tag, right? So that's just a little bit how you can use TubeBuddy. Now I'm going to take this again. I'm going to come over to my third tool. This is called Morning Fame. I did a video on this before. I love Morning Fame. It's so much fun. But you can kind of use it in a similar way that you do with TubeBuddy, except with Morning Fame, it kind of walks you through the process and kind of lets you decide what your next step should be and if you need to niche down or not, and kind of compare your idea to other videos. So you can actually get a 30-day free trial to Morning Fame. I'll put a link in the description below. You have to have an invite code. So if you use VidProMom as your invite code, then you get a 30-day free trial, and then they give me a free month if you sign up as well. So I already have a yearly subscription, but I want to make sure that you have that invite code if you want to give it a try. It's really fun. It's a really fun way to do your keyword research. So anyway, if I come over here, so this is called their keyword, what do they call it? It's just their keyword research tool. So it says you have a video topic in mind. Yes, I do. I'm going to type in Premiere Pro. And you can see this gives you some suggestions for things. I'm just going to hit that first one, just like I did in TubeBuddy. And it's going to analyze that. And it gives me 2 different lists here. It gives me common keywords and uncommon keywords. It says the common keywords are great choices for larger channels, and the uncommon keywords are great choices for smaller channels. And you can sort of see the difference here These ones over here these would be considered long tail keywords. These are longer search terms, not just 1 and 2 word phrases like you have over here. Usually, for the most part, I like to take a look at these over here on the smaller channel side because I really like long tail keywords because they last longer. They're easier to rank for. So long tail keywords, I use those a lot in my YouTube videos and in my blog posts. But if I was going to come over here, I might say, gee, I'm going to guess that Premiere Pro alone is probably a little bit too broad, but this tells me down here what some of the similar videos are so that I know what my competition is and who I would be competing against. If I actually, I'm going to come back to step number 1 here, and I want to punch in the same exact tutorial. So over here in TubeBuddy, from looking at this, I could determine that, yes, I think this is a good topic. I would name my video Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial for beginners. That's what I would name the video. That's what I would be trying to rank for. So let's see what Morning Fame says. So according to Morning Fame, if I chose that exact search term, gives me a lot of the same information that TubeBuddy does. You can just look at these and see, like, is this the right topic for you? Are these the videos you want to try to compete against? In this case, I'll say, sure, yes, let's compete against those videos. And, or we could narrow it down or change our mind just by clicking on any one of these things. I'm going to keep what I have. I'm going to go to step number 3. And this is where it tells you not only is this search term something that is popular on YouTube? Are people searching for it? Is there competition for it on YouTube? But in Morning Fame, it tells you how your channel is going to do with that topic. So it's a little bit of a different twist. It's sort of more personalized for your channel. So this tells me that for Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial for beginners, it gives you these, sometimes these get really confusing and I have to read the descriptions, but for the most part, you want to have the highest number, or the highest letter across the board here that you can. So, like I have a D for subscribers, which is pretty low, but this is telling me that, to think competition with subscribers. I don't have a ton of subscribers. I'm down here at 22K, and there's videos, on this topic where the channels that are publishing them are up over 100,000K. So it's telling me like, you might not be able to compete real well with those bigger channels. So it's giving me a D there. For views, it's telling me my channel is way down here, and the traffic volume of some of these other channels and videos on this topic are a lot higher. Likes and comments, my channel is down here at 70, and it really should be higher if I wanted to compete for this search term. But for relevancy, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good there. So down here, it gives you these like an explanation here. For the most part, it says you want to get at least a D for all 4 metrics. So what I could do is actually come in here and reword this a little bit and try and see if I can make it more relevant to my channel. Right? But in this case, I'm just going to keep it as is. If you scroll down, it'll again give you a lot of the competing videos, the ones that are ranking for this right now. And it gives you this one called a gateway video. Now, Nico from Morning Fame has a really great video where he explains what the gateway video is, and it has a lot to do with ranking power and how your channel competes with the ranking power of some of these other videos. So this is my gateway video here. I can't go into explaining what that even means because I don't fully understand it myself, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with Premiere Pro CC 2018 tutorial for beginners and just go to step number 4. And this is where you will, based on this target search term here, you fill in your title, your description, gives you a bunch of tags for you to start with. A lot of times I get rid of all these little ones here, and then it will rank you, it'll rank how well you filled out all of your other stuff. To make sure that because you want an A over here, you want to make sure that your title, description, and tags are really telling YouTube that this is your search term right here. So that's morning fame. You can do some other things in morning fame as well. You can have some really great analytics for your YouTube channel. But that's the gist of what we can do with morning fame. What I really like about it is that it's basing all this data based on your own channel and how your channel is going to perform with that type of search term. So the next tool that I use a lot is it's just trends.google.com. If you just go to trends.google.com, you can type in different search terms or keywords and just compare them. You know, here's an example that I like to use: Disneyland versus Disney World versus Disney Space Land. I like to come here to make sure that I'm using the exact right terms for things, the terms that people are actually using when they're searching, right? So not necessarily the correct brand name term. Another example that I like to use with this is, since I do a lot of GoPro tutorials, there's Hero 6 and there's Hero 6 with no space. And you can see there's a big difference there. The reason why this is important to point out is because Hero 6 with no space is the technical name of the product, is the technical name of the camera, right? That GoPro has. Hero Space 6 is not the technical name. That's not the name that's on the box. It's not the name that's on their website, but this is what people are typing in when they are searching for anything to do with a Hero 6, whether it's tutorials or how-to videos or content that I tend to create, or, you know, whatever it is. So that's trends.google.com. That's a fun one just to compare different search terms and words. And then the fifth tool that I use is a little bit different. It's actually quite a bit different. I use this mostly to do the research of my blog topics, but I also use it in conjunction with my YouTube topics as well, since I publish a YouTube video and a blog post usually in conjunction together. So SEMRush is a fairly pricey tool. That's why I put it last. It's like $99 a month. But it's worth it for me because it helps me make more money with my ads on my blog. So I use it for YouTube too. So if I type in Premiere Pro over here, it gives me let's just look at this, view full report. So I'm going to look at my phrase match keywords, view full report, and it's going to tell me a bunch of phrase match keywords. That would be keywords that have the exact term Premiere Pro in there. And it just gives me the volume. And this is just a good way to tell whether people are searching for this. The volume is a good indication that people are. 33,000, that's a pretty good number. And then, you know, if I had come up with an idea to do a video on free Premiere Pro title templates or something, right? This is telling me like, yeah, there's people searching for it, but not a ton. So SEMRush, like I said, I use it a lot for my blog keyword research and content research, but it does also apply to YouTube. So if you happen to already have a subscription to SEMRush for your blog, you could certainly use it to help you come up with YouTube topic ideas
as well.
Now, in my very next video in this series, I'm going to be talking about how you can grow your email list with a YouTube series, kind of like this one. And I'm talking specifically about a series, not just a YouTube channel in general. And in episode number 12 of the Video Pursuit podcast, I'm going to cover something that I like to call the max loop. And this is a secret little way that I like to not only get more email subscribers to my list, but also to get more views on my YouTube videos. So if you haven't subscribed to the Video Pursuit podcast yet, you can search that up in your favorite podcast player and stay tuned for episode number 12. And if this video is helpful for you, you know where to find that like button. Smash that for me and let me know in the comments if there are any tools that I left out, if there's some that you prefer to use. Maybe I have never even heard of them before. So let's chat in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. So I'll talk to you down there. Bye.